Hello, everyone, and we are back. Gosh, this connection is so annoying. But we're back. Of course, we're currently going and doing invasions right now with a bunch of various goblins. Currently just doing it with the turnip into truffles, all the food. And currently doing it with the ball assist just because I'm trying to farm the EXP on it. Still trying to get more EXP. But right now we're just doing this because quick kills. We will likely be revamping this team as we get a little bit deeper, but for now we're just doing this as it wins relatively quick and gives us a little bit of EXP towards our hero class farming. But yeah, that's pretty much the gameplay. Of course, we do have these Raven Towers to deal with now. Raven Towers are a little bit annoying. It does allow us to now see that there is a Valraven. However, the problem with that, of course, now is they can easily escape. I believe this is the second invasion or third invasion that has now included them, since they ended up adding them a couple months back. But yeah, not too bad to deal with normally. Once you get really deep though, they can be a little bit annoying, especially if they're in like first or second spot or like third spot without being blocked, or some of the more annoying instances that they can end up popping up, but just got to go and focus them down if you have anything that can target them. Generally, obviously, your invasion troop is one of the bigger options they are normally going to have that's going to be able to go and directly target them and be able to deal with them immediately or as soon as they get their mana rolling. But anyways, let's see. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Drock. Hello, William. Hello, David. Let's see. Let's see. First, your $5 chalupa taco box wasn't the winner, and now the stream busted. Worst day ever. Oh, Taco Bell's amazing. I love going to Taco Bell. I tried taking my friend there because he never had like tacos there. He hated it. He hates tacos and Taco Bell apparently now. I don't know. I like almost everything that Taco Bell has normally. I'll go for that. There's a new tower? Wait, what new tower? Valraven Tower isn't... Well, I guess it's technically semi-new. It's not like new, unless you're referring to a different tower that I'm not aware of. Hello, Panos. Welcome. Hello, Azuma guy. Hello, Liz. Hello, Drock. Let's see. Well, hello, Vangor. Welcome. Glad to see you back. I'll take that for now. You haven't had Taco Bell in so long. You used to love the 7-layer burrito. Oh, I get the 5-layer burrito all the time. 5-layer burrito is my personal favorite. Or one of them that they have. The Haunted Tower? Oh, yeah, duh. I know what you're talking about. Yes, there's one that they're running for Halloween. It's not like a new tower, it's just an event tower. I know what you're referring to. I almost forgot about that. I believe it's the same one from last year, if I'm not mistaken. The Halloween tower that they ran around around this time last year. I believe they have a Christmas one, too. I forget what other holidays they have one for. But yeah, they just brought back the holiday tower for the invasions. But yeah, I haven't actually seen it yet. So we'll probably see it really soon once we start reaching like 2 or 3 towers. Soon enough. Okay, and let's get that down if it'll click. Get our other cast, and pretty much be good to go. Let's get all the way to full mana. And he's definitely dead. Do you guys think it's worth buying event keys? No. To try to get Iron Gut? Yes. Is it worth getting event keys? No. Is it worth it for Iron Gut? Yes. There it is, Haunted Tower. Is this the same one from last year? I believe it is. Yeah, there's the normal starting thing, then deals damage to an enemy and summons a bat swarm. Yes, I'm pretty sure this is the same one we had last year. I'm almost 100% certain that's the same one from last year. It looks very similar. Because I do recall it summoning something, and I guess it was a bat last time as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we had that one last year. But yeah, it's just the festive tower for Halloween. They have a few holidays that they do like special towers for. Doesn't really make this game mode any harder, just makes it a little bit more unique than normal. has very little impact. If anything, it actually makes it easier because it means we're getting less of the really good towers. Because generally most of the holiday towers aren't particularly good for the most part. I think there might be one or two here or there that are like half decent. Like I think one of them is something like Dragon Egg or something, or one of the events that they did. But yeah, most of the towers aren't really that bad. They're generally going to be the holiday towers are normally weaker than the normal ones that are available. If anything, it almost makes the event easier. Yeah, it is possible to go like 1,000+ keys without getting one, unfortunately. But it's probably worth the risk in order to try to get Iron Gut due to how good of an option he is. Even if you don't plan on doing much Explorer, he's still really good for Delves. He's the best Delve option in the game. He's even better in Delves than he is in Explorer. The biggest issue with him in Explorer is he has a very low starting attack, especially in early game and mid game. But in Delves, you can outdo that by having Delve levels, which will give you the starting attack you need. Whereas you can't do that in Explorer, obviously. You can do it partially, obviously, with medals, but that doesn't go all the way. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I wonder how the new Delves will do now that we have medals. I've never progressed through an entire Delve yet since we've had medals. Like, all the way from 20 to 500. This will be the first one, the one coming out in 2 Fridays from now. Not this Friday, but the following Friday. I keep forgetting that has extra turn attached to it. Everything has extra turn attached to it. There's not a single thing on this team that lacks extra turn. Every single one has a 100% chance extra turn attached. There we go. Probably the easiest invasion ever. I'm not sure if it's the absolute easiest ever, but it's definitely pretty high up there on easy scale. Definitely like one of the top few easiest, if not the easiest. Yeah, it might be the easiest one ever. Because every single option we have, literally 100% of it, other than if you use a different weapon, has extra turn attached to it. I'll take that for now. And just turn up kill him. Let's see. Do you know why they still have the event gem icon on green enemies? Oh yeah, whenever you see the event gem, it just means that you have a task that you have to go kill 150 of a certain color. Those will occur ever so occasionally. I believe their percent chance per day is around 5%, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it's 5%. And yeah, if you end up getting one, it's actually good. It's a little bit more time consuming to do, but you end up getting 100 gems for it rather than 20. And it's generally advised to do it on the day that you see it. It does roll over if you don't do it. So for example, if you don't do it today for whatever reason, you could still, if you got like to 70 out of 150, you could finish the other 80 the following day. But generally you do want to go and complete those every single day as it cycles through to the next one. And hopefully you'd be able to get another 100 after that. But yeah, the bottom 3 that are on Adventure Board are always the same for everyone every single day. However, your top one can be different. And the reason for this is because newer players have like a different system that goes through there. And also because it rolls over from day to day. So because it rolls over from day to day, you might still have one of the 150 ones going for 100 gems, rather than one of the 20 gems going for 100 kills. But yeah, it's generally really lucky if you end up getting those. Because it's 5 times the amount of gems. And it only takes about twice as long. Let's see, we'll go for that. Yeah, we're getting really close to be able to upgrade reds. I believe it's, yeah, 3 sounds about right. Some small amount like that we need until we can get our first level 15 kingdom. We still don't have a single 15 kingdom. I believe even if you bought every purple that has been visible, I still believe you wouldn't have enough to end up getting it. Also, I didn't make any mention of this yet. It's not worth it, though. There's 2 orange orbs, 2 blues, and 750 gems for 25 bucks. I would not really bother with it, but it's there if you want it. Never did go over that today. Hopefully we get something interesting later on in these things. Also curious to see what the free one is. The free one was pretty underwhelming last time, but I don't know. We'll see what it is this time. Probably similarly underwhelming. I guess it's just underwhelming to me because I'm so late in the game. But I don't know, I feel like they could have been a little more generous. I'll take blue for now. Grab that. Yeah, I'm personally upgrading Mist of Scales with my things. And the main reason for that is I haven't done Pure Faction for the Mist of Scales faction yet. For that one, Mist of Scales, what's it called? Not Fangmore. Dark Pits. I haven't gotten Dark Pits to 2,500 Renown yet. And because of that, I was doing Mist of Scales because I wanted to go get the faction upgraded. Yeah, it only needs like 3 more scrolls or so until it becomes 10. Oh yeah, I didn't bother doing those yet, did I? I'm gonna go do that right now, actually. But yeah, obviously we have red deets today. The 2 best locations to put them in are Wild Plains or Mist of Scales. Wild Plains, I believe, because it's +1 attack, plus you get the bonus for Tauruses. Or not Tauruses, but from using multiple from this kingdom. And sometimes you end up doing that with Ketris ever so occasionally. But it ends up giving an attack. So the other pretty good option is Mist of Scales, which is the one I personally go for, which ends up giving you +1 armor, but it ends up giving you a natural faction bonus. It is currently the only red that has a faction bonus, and it gives a faction bonus for Dark Pits, which is the one of the few 4 or 5 factions that I have not gotten to 2,500 yet. Also, I still only have it at 100 Horde level too, but yeah, that'll end up making it so it's a little bit easier to do this faction later on, because it has 50% bonus stats right here. As you can see, we have like 27 attack, 13 magic, stuff like that. Whereas we check another one that's currently at 100, like Primar Rift, you will notice that's quite a bit lower. It's only at 9 and 18 because we do not have 50% bonus for this. However, we do have 50% bonus for the Dark Pits, which is the reason why I ended up upgrading the Mist of Scales instead. It'll just make doing Pure Faction there a bit easier, especially since that kingdom definitely does not have the easiest of Pure Factions. So I figured go for that one first, just to make it a little bit easier to deal with. But anyways, back to invasions. How about Brown? Brown currently has no viable kingdom. Every single kingdom that is associated to Brown, if I'm not mistaken, are HP or armor. Not to mention, not a single one has a faction associated to it. Personally, I'm just saving them and hoping that we get a faction in the next few months. That'll end up being Brown. At this current moment in time, there is no particularly viable location to put them in. And until we have enough Browns to be able to max out a kingdom all the way to 15, I'm probably not going to bother putting it into anything. And when I do put it into something, I'm not even sure what I would go for. Maybe Urskea? Just because now that Sentinel has 20% start, you can kind of put some team compositions together with that. Drock Zoom also wasn't that bad, just because the team bonus there, if you're using a combination like... what's it called? If you're using a combination like Glaceon plus Bloodhammer, you end up getting some slightly higher stats because of the team bonus thing from that. Also, you end up getting +1 attack, which isn't too bad. And of course, +1 attack is becoming more and more viable. So yeah, I'd probably say Drock Zoom is probably the best bet then, because you can actually use the bonus from the kingdom, and it's +1 attack. And +1 attack right now is pretty important for Iron Gut in pretty much every context, because of how useful he is in the current state of the game. Probably will be into the future. I doubt they're adding anything too similar to him anytime soon. So we did get him about 9 months ago. He came in last December. He was originally supposed to come last January, but he was moved up a month because they had some copyright issues with the one that they were going to do the previous December. They had to do him in December instead. Let's see, we'll go for that. Grab a thing right there. Urskea faction coming. Oh, is there one? Is it 2 months from now or 3 months from now? Last time I checked, it wasn't coming anytime soon. So it's probably 2 or 3 months. I know for sure it's not the next one, obviously. I don't believe it's the one after that either. I'll go double check. Let's see. Where's the factions list? Actually, I need to go to Kingdom, because now they're basically just called Kingdoms. Or at least under this category. Let's see, where's Urskea? Where does it show Kingdom Association? Am I blind? Where does it show? There it is. Oh yeah, we're getting it. Oh yeah, they did finally update the files. It's coming 3 factions from now. That's what I thought. I didn't think it was either the next 2. That makes sense. But yeah, I guess Urskea might be one of the ones you go into. Yeah, I might do it before Drock Zoom then. But yeah, Urskea is going to be the next Brown faction. It really just depends how many Brown deeds we end up getting between now and then. Because the bonus for Drock Zoom is a bit better. However, being able to put it into a faction rather than not a faction is very nice. Because it just makes doing the whole pure faction process a bit easier. We don't have to spend as much on upgrades. Yes, the new Friday, the new Mythic comes out this Friday. The way that Mythics work is they come out the first Friday of every month, and this Friday is the first Friday of October. I mean of November. Yeah, you'll be able to throw all your Glory Gem Guild and VIP chests this Friday for the new Mythic. Is it worth going for? Not really, though. It's a pretty average Mythic. Maybe ever so slightly above average. It's mostly a utility troop, and it's not something you'd really build around a lot. Yeah, I personally wouldn't say it's that worth it. But, yeah, if you want to go try for it, might as well. But it's not one of the better Mythics, just keep that in mind. So it is one that's potentially worth skipping. Let's see. His third trait entangles and bleeds every extra turn, which is the main utility part that he's going to be used for. Every other aspect about him is not too particularly good, though. Like, his ability is not bad. It's a 10 full AoE life steal that he gets to keep, so it's 40 potential life that he gets. Plus, he gets a heavy splash hit. The biggest thing keeping him from being really viable is he has a mix of physical damage and true damage, which makes him really clunky compared to things that just do pure true damage. Let's see, we'll take that for now. That is one thing that he might be pretty decent with, though. He'll probably be decent with Megavore. Because you generally don't want the enemies to have armor if you're going to be using them. So in combining him with a Megavore actually would be a pretty nice combo. Especially since they're both extra turn dependent. Like if you're ever bothering to use the new Mythic that's coming out this Friday, you're most likely extra turn spamming with him. Because you want to stack bleed. And if you do that with Megavore, that would actually be a pretty decent combo. Hello Panos, your internet cut off? So did ours. So did ours. What's annoying is if it cuts off for like even a moment, the stream stays down. Sometimes. Like it doesn't like reconnect the stream. Hello James, welcome. Which is what happened at the beginning of the stream. Why we have a 10-second or 10-minute stream and now we're doing this stream. I hate when it breaks up the videos like that. That is so ridiculously annoying when it breaks up videos like that. Up and there it is. It can hear us. They're spying on us. They know. That was funny. As soon as I start talking about it, disconnect for a second. Hopefully that'll be the last time. It's a curse. And we shall not speak of it again. Hopefully not speaking of it again will make it so it doesn't happen again. Sound logic right there. Yeah, we'll just go kill that. I keep thinking that's the only problem with this spooky tower. I keep confusing it with the Valraven tower. They don't look exactly the same, but throw me off. Oh yeah, he's definitely way weaker than Infernus and Quadicus, for sure. Oh yeah, I never really looked at it like that. I guess this new troop is technically green. Oh, I didn't even think about this. Isn't he basically green Infernus? I don't think he has explosion though. Let me double check. 1 second. Does he have explosion? I don't think he does. Yeah, if he has explosion, he's basically green Infernus. I didn't realize that. No, he technically doesn't do any explosion. But I guess he's somewhat thematic like one of them. But all of them have like some form of explosion going with it too. But it still has the heavy splash theme, if nothing else. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's exactly like an Infernus-like troop. I don't know, maybe they're running it as like the green Infernus. But so far, every single Infernus-like troop has had explosion. And that doesn't actually have any. Even though it does have a heavy splash. Let's see. We'll kill that just so we can't summon. Kill out a tower. Get our free explosions, very nice. And we'll just match at this point. Oh, should just loop the truffle. Not gonna matter much though. We already won. And turnip kill. Kill them with all the food. We will drown them with food. What's the other guys? Green guild task and challenges. Are there to get event keys? Or what other ways, I believe you meant to say. But the main ways that you end up accumulating event keys is adventure board. They can appear. Gnome events are probably one of the best ways to get it, though that's only during certain times, 3 days out of every month. But gnome events, you can end up getting a really high amount of event keys, because both Vault keys and normal gnomes have event keys as a drop. Normal gnomes has 1 in 4 as a drop, and Vault keys has 15 as a possible drop. Other than that, you get them obviously each week from guild. You can get 10 each week by buying them from Spoils of War in the Glory Shop. And I believe that's most of them. I believe you can also get a few from doing challenges if you haven't already done all the challenges. But the only other way that you really get them is by spending 50 bulk of gems on them. I mean, or buying them 50 at a time with gems, which cost 675. And you generally want to wait until you can buy them at 50 at a time, because it only costs 13.5 gems each if you buy them 50 at a time, rather than 15 each, which is a little bit pricey for what they are. But if there's something you really desperately need in a drop table, they are occasionally worth putting some gems into. Let's see. We'll go for this. But I keep thinking of the splash damage. It doesn't. And then kill it out. Level 19 to ball assist. Almost level 20, which I have no clue what perk that gives us. But hopefully something useful. Or something that will at least speed up the battle or give us more resources. So I don't think we can get another resource one. At least we're getting some souls, which obviously we definitely need. Gotta passively gain those souls since we're gonna be needing 1.5 billion of them to start upgrading everything. I haven't really seen my soul stack get dented too much yet. However, every single troop now requires a whole additional 60,000 souls in order to be maxed. And while we won't be maxing them anytime soon, obviously, it's still something that we'll be working towards over time, and is going to slowly start trickling down our soul stack over time. Haven't seen much of an impact yet, but the more we explore farm, and the more they add more methods to be able to obtain them, the more our souls will start trickling down some. And they did mention we will be getting more ways to obtain medals. It looks like they're going to be adding them into quite a few newer features and to some capacity. There might even be a chance that Arena and Treasure Hunt might even include them to some capacity. They were making mention that they are going to be updating those game modes. And they have made mention that they're going to be adding more medals into the future, which we already knew. And they also ended up mentioning, what was the other thing related to medals? Something else that was somewhat important. But they're basically saying with 5.0, that system will look a little bit better, because they're planning several things for 5.0. And medals and a few other things are just kind of being done preemptively and set up for 5.0. They also mentioned we're getting 2 patches before the end of this year. One's going to be a Guild War patch, and the other one, I forget what exactly they said for that. I believe we're just getting some miscellaneous stuff in that one, or maybe even some new feature. But one of them is just going to be a Guild War patch. So it's probably going to be the later one, most likely. Yeah, it does look like we're getting 2 more this year. Pretty nice. Also, they mentioned 5.0 patch is probably midway next year. A little bit later than initially anticipated, but it should be a pretty big update. Obviously, the 0.0 updates are always pretty huge. The most recent 0.0 update was the whole faction system. Has been a pretty decently large update, which Power of Doom even ended up mimicking some because it's such a solid system. At least solid system from a gameplay perspective. From a resource perspective, not exactly. There's still some tweaks that they could do to modify it a bit, but from an actual gameplay perspective, it's a lot of fun. Also, they also made mention that they don't have intention of people actually going and getting everything maxed, like with the new medal system. I'll take that for now. Kind of like how they increased the level cap to 10,000. However, they obviously don't expect anyone to ever reach level 10,000. It's kind of the same premise with the medals. Although they are going to be making it slightly more ways to be able to get into the future. It's one of those systems where they never really intended it to be like fully maxed out. You'll still be needing it to some capacity for like 20 plus kingdoms. But they never really wanted to make it a thing that you just like grind out infinitely, which is also why they're going to be adding it likely to passively accumulate them for a few other methods that aren't just explore. And it's mostly just a thing for endgame players in order to go and get a bit more stats for the time they put into the game, which was basically their main explanation as to why they set up medals the way they did. Is basically just to reward people that play a lot just with a little bit extra something, rather than a bunch of resources that they could never use. Let's see, we'll go for that. Hey, thank you, William. Greatly appreciated. Oh yeah, that was something else that they mentioned, that they might end up removing medals from Guild Wars, and it started like a whole conversation on it. I really hope they did not remove medals from Guild Wars. There are some people in the community that want them removed from Guild Wars, but I don't know. I had a lot of fun with them in Guild Wars personally. Probably the most fun I had in Guild Wars for a long while, having medals in them. Also, medals are to the player's advantage. Like, to whoever's invading has the advantage on medals. Because some people were saying that it made it more difficult, but from everything I can tell, it makes it easier. Assuming that you have, like, the medals, you know. Obviously, you might need to grind some of them out, like some of the better mythic ones that might exist into the future. But assuming you have, like, all the medals, it's in the invasion's advantage, like the person who's actually playing, rather than the defender. Because you can counter whatever medals they have with your own medals. And you can also see, like, team composition-wise to counter. For example, if they're using, like, 3 Cedrics, and you're about to go use Stas Effect team, you can just simply not use a Stas Effect team, and then change your medals to something else that would be helpful against them. Let's see. But yeah, I really enjoy them, because it really changes up how you can build some teams, as well as gives you more strategy to how you want to go about tackling a battle. If you feel like you're going to die too easily, you just go pump up your durability. If you feel like you want to win a bit quicker, you just go with like 20% mana start or a bunch of extra like attack and magic. And I don't know, just as an extra little fun layer to mess around with. And where else would you really be using medals if they weren't in Guild Wars? Like, Guild Wars is like the whole main reasons you would even want to go and upgrade your troops with badges and or with medals, and to use them as global medals. Because what else would you really be working towards trying to upgrade? Because every other game mode in the entire game can easily be completed without medals. Let's see. Because I believe it would greatly disincentivize actually getting medals if they actually removed it from Guild Wars. Because no other current piece of content, like, really mandatory needs them. Because they can all be done without it pretty easily. Though I guess factions might be one of the things, though. Like, pure faction, I guess, technically actually does gain quite a bit of a benefit from it. When I was mentioning earlier, like, they're going to be adding something this patch that's going to be making factions easier. As many of you know, that is obviously the medal system that would end up making it easier. And, yeah, that's a lot of extra stats to just have, because obviously the enemy never has medals when you're doing something like invasion, or when you're doing factions, whereas you'll have them. You have a pretty decent stat advantage. Well, not exactly a stat advantage. They'll still have higher stats than you, obviously. But, you know, you'll be able to use medals, whereas the enemy will have none. Let's see. We'll go for that. Yeah, Cedric in Delves can be really annoying, because it's basically a timed race on how quickly can you win the battle before he moves your entire team. Because obviously, most team compositions do not have a capability to reorganize your team. And because of that, if you get moved in Delves, you're permanently moved for the rest of Delve. Yeah, there was a forum post on it. I was replying some to it, but then I kind of gave up after like 30 minutes. Let's see, is it still being talked about? Yeah, there's a discussion on it on the forum. Let's see. trying to find... Where'd it go? That's not what I'm looking for. It might be buried. Team builds, the thing. I do not see it. Apparently no one's talking about it currently. Oh, there it is. Should medals be used in Guild Wars? But yeah, here's the discussion on the forum. Right there. Where'd it go? Right there. Yeah, there's the forum discussion on it. Or one of them. I believe that's the main one. I'm not even sure. I don't see any other ones that were discussing it. But yeah, it was mentioned on last night's stream, and then people made a discussion on it. I'll go for that one for now. Grab Truff. Grab the other one. Get our other poke right over there. But they read through the forum, so. Oh, I'll grab that for now. Throw the hit all the way in the back. And that should almost be matched. Let's do that into a poke, and he's dead. There we go. Yeah, I feel like the most useful medals and delves are probably going to be the 20% mana start and the magics. Just because you can burst them down a bit easier. Because a lot of the time you don't have your mana start option because it's color blocked. Okay, now we can just go kill everything simultaneously with infinite truffles. At least near infinite truffles. Not as loopy as doing it with Forest Troll, but it's still pretty solid. There we go. You have some extra hot sauce, and now your lips are burning. I've never been too huge of a hot sauce person. Like, I don't mind spicy foods and like hot foods, but there reaches a point where it's just too much. Oh, what do we grab for now? I guess we'll just get a little bit of brown. And just poke spam. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, Key Lime ended up doing like a hot sauce challenge thing the other week. I believe for his 1,000 subscriber special. I caught the stream for part of it. I didn't see the entire thing though. Actually, I believe he did it while I was away, which is why I wasn't able to catch the whole thing. Otherwise, I would have caught it all. He did it like the Friday I just went away. Like the exact day. Let's see. Do that for now. Get the kill on there. Don't have to deal with it. Come on, Truffles, get rolling. Oh, there's a mana. Take some blues, and I'll be double full mana. And now we spam this, go through our turnip, and we'll be good to go. Quickly, turnip gets full mana, and then we double truffle, and that should be the kill. Wow, he just got so little mana. And that should be max. So it looks like we might need to revamp our team soon. For now, it seems to be working. Biggest issue, too, is we're not using a right hero class. Using Titan would help it out a lot. Also, I can't wait till we start getting the +4 magics. I still don't have them yet. I'm really close to getting my first +4 magic. Once we have 2 +4 magics, or even 3 +4 magic, this is going to substantially help Truffle. I'll take that for now. Are we going to do anything about his 1 HP? I don't think... Oh, good. I was going to say, I wonder if that actually hits the last slot. I forget if it hits 5 damage to first slot or last, but I believe it does it to last, based on the fact that it literally just did it. Yep. Deal 5 damage to the last enemy, and it deals, and it drains 3 mana from the first. That's actually a really nice combination to have. Not to mention that 5 damage would also stack with Thief Hero class, which counts as a Goblin. So that's probably one of the reasons why they did it with that, like that as well. That's nice. Anyways, truffle him down. Get another one. Fortunately, nothing gets full mana. And that should be a match. Stick Skull and he's dead. Have you timed how fast you can clear a difficulty 12 Explorer? It varies. I believe it's anywhere from about 5 to 8 minutes. I believe if I'm using the Scorpius Rush team, it comes out to about 5 minutes. I can go time it real quick right now, might as well. I believe Scorpius Rush is around 5 minutes or so per cycle. The only problem is if you're spamming the same kingdom over and over again, you're not getting, what's it called? You're not getting the 20% bonus shards. Even though you're going quicker, you're not exactly going too much quicker because you're not getting as many shards. And you can't really move them around as the team gets slower if you move around due to having more immunities around. If you try putting on your team, that also makes it slower by not having the mana accumulation methods. Yeah, if you can do it in under 8 minutes, you're at good pacing. Anything under 8 minutes for a level 12 Explorer is good time. Anything under like 7 is really, really good. But yeah, let me go see the timing on this. Go bring it out. Oh, oops, I already started it some. Alright, we'll go finish it out and then we'll go and do it. Where is the Scorpius version? Time the Scorpius version first and then we'll do the other version. Oh yeah, this is something else I need to go do. I still need to cover a video, at least a smaller one, going over what the better things to go use medals on are. I'll take that for now. And he did not have a drop. Simply take his mana. Get him to full and be good to go again. Goblin plus 12, yeah. Truffles with plus 12 magic is going to be pretty broken. I'm not sure how many people have gotten to test that yet, because I'm pretty sure very, very few people have plus 12 magic. It's possible, but you'd have to get semi-lucky and you have to have grinded a lot since it came out. Obviously I haven't had the time to yet. I'm pretty sure there's some of them of people that have 3 plus 4 magics. Definitely going to be interesting to see how it pans out with Truffles and a few other teams. Truffles would probably gain one of the biggest benefits of anything in the entire game, though, from it. Simply because it has infinite loop that gets going pretty quickly. So it would gain a lot of extra benefit from that magic. There are 2 epic troops you need 5 of each in Forge, but you're low on exactly those jewel colors. That's quite unfortunate. You can get more from pets, though. If your guild is doing a lot of pets throughout the week, you'd end up getting more that way. Okay, and it was go for a double kill. And we're good to go. It's dead. Shantang is annoying. I don't think I've done any in Shantang yet. I've only done like 1 or 2. If I have 20% there, we could go there. I want to go time this faction though. Or this kingdom, I mean. So I'm not currently using controller. Controller does shave off about 10 to 15 seconds or so. Maybe a little bit more than that. I guess I could technically go hook it up real quick. I probably won't, just because I won't be streaming too long. Because of course Salty stream will be occurring in about half an hour from now, actually. Going to be going over the new Mythic that's coming out this Friday. The Mythic's nothing too special, so it is going to be a nice utility troop, but it's not a must-have utility troop. I'd say it's probably worth skipping. Obviously, we'll still be going for it and building stuff around it. The biggest, most noteworthy thing that it has is it entangles and bleeds every extra turn. It's also the first troop in the game to have double stats effect on an extra turn. Which I'm curious what other combos they might do in the future now that they're starting to do doubles. Also, I should probably use Titan with this again. Titan ends up working a lot better because it has Brown start. Let's switch back to Titan. I think I switched to Sentinel just so it'd be tankier, but it's actually not quicker though. Problem with it. We'll switch to that after this. That would speed this up. And there we go. Okay. Let me switch that to Titan with everything that it needs, and be good to go from there. Grab our boss chest. Boom. Oh, 2 Arachnia. Nice. Another Badge Arachnia. I believe we need 1 more, and then we have a another medal. Yep, exactly so. Very nice. Not sure what I'll be using that medal on, but we're getting there. Oh, wait, never mind. We only have 1. Never mind. Aw, so we still need 2 more. 6 more of the things. Oh, well. But anyways, next order of business. Let's go grab, let me go switch up this team. And then go do this again. Continue. Titan and then time it. Where's my timer? Go bring that up. Let me go switch this to Titan, wherever it is. Make sure it sets everything correctly. I'm pretty sure we go to Explosion instead. Rock Solid. Storm, which is the other pretty big aspect that we actually need, is that Brown Storm at start. Just because it makes the board a little bit more favorable to us. And we should be good to go. And let me just go get the timer going and go from there. Okay, let's see how long it takes to do one of these with this team. And then compare it to something like the other team at a 20% one. I probably should have grabbed some of that mana. Oh well. Got a lucky cascade. Oh, don't summon. Okay, good. Summon. First battle, 30 seconds. I have equipped 2 attack medals. That's perfectly fine. As long as I have 20% mana start. No other bonus that currently exists would help this team. 20% mana start's the only thing that speeds it up. Extra attack, extra magic, and all that has no effect on this team. I guess technically we could go 8 extra HP just to make sure our hero doesn't die. But, I guess that would technically be slightly better. But none of them help speed us up, other than the 20% mana start. At least for this specific team composition. 2 battles in 1 minute. And that's without controller, too. Oh, we didn't get a poison yet. Oh, that's not good. It's the thing that can happen sometimes that slows it down a little bit. You don't get that extra turn. Because obviously we can't instant kill them if they're not poisoned, and you need that extra turn to get them poisoned. Luckily that can't be silenced. Ah, that battle still took about 30 seconds. I guess it was closer to 40 seconds. That was pretty quick, even though we had a little bit of a lack of middle there. There we go, nice. Right into Scorpius already. Gosh, this is making good time. Forgot how quick this is. There we go. 2 minutes, 5 seconds for 4 battles. And now we have the other 2 battles. This and then the boss room. And there's 0 things in this kingdom with immune to poison. There we go. And looks like it's going to be about 3.5 minutes for an entire cycle. So this was without 20% though, is the only problem. That's still a really good time. And if you're focusing more on gold, like if you wanted to focus on gold and possibly even class XP if you wanted to like try leveling something there, Though it would be slightly slower if you tried leveling something there. But if you're just looking more so for the gold, this is like pretty much PvP rate gold due to how quickly it's winning. And there we go, 3 minutes, or pretty much 3 minutes. Pretty much say. Really, really close. And open chest, and boom. There we go. Yeah, it took 3 minutes and 6 seconds. Though that's without 20% bonus, though. Yeah, 3 minutes, 6 seconds for an entire kingdom thing. Though you can only really use that in Urskea. Doing it anywhere other than Urskea is ever so slightly slower due to immunities. And doing a slightly different team composition to be able to do it in other locations would also make it slightly slower. But, yeah, not too bad. 3 minutes, 6 seconds. And we get to upgrade all those. Get ourselves another medal. Alright, that's something I meant to go and upgrade. Let me go upgrade my egg. I meant to go get Dragon Egg upgraded for when we use it with Egg Thief. I meant to type in egg as well. I don't know why I just typed in Dragon. There it is. Upgrade. It's actually kind of interesting because Egg actually gains some pretty decent stats. It gains attack, armor, and HP. And normally magic would be useful. However, magic is not needed on Egg. So the fact that it gains extra attack is actually pretty useful because, as you guys know, Egg has tied at the lowest attack in the entire game. It has a base value of 0 attack. So it being able to gain 6 additional attack is pretty useful since you constantly summon this with Egg Thief. And it just makes it a little bit more offensive. So, yeah, definitely one of the better things to upgrade with your common medals. We'll do one of those. I guess we go put a double and then go do a green if we really wanted to. I'm not sure if I want to go down that route, though. But, yeah, we can do a double and then just throw a green. But for now, let's leave it with the extra 1 attack. Or, never mind. Yeah, it gained 1 attack there, then gains 2 attack, and then gains 3 attack. Which is the most noteworthy thing that it gains. So those little bit extra durability isn't too bad either. Oh, that's funny. It's 666. I just realized that now. You gain 666 from being a War Master. That's funny. But, yeah, start upgrading those as we progress through. Make Egg Thief a bit better. Because when we summon with an Egg Thief now, as you can see if we go do, like, dungeons or something real quick, our egg will now have that bonus when it gets summoned in. So if we go use Key Team real quick on this, you'll now notice that... oh, wait, never mind. I forgot. Our thing won't die, will it? Whoops! I forgot. It's not exactly gonna die. What's the easiest way to try to kill out our allies? I'll try doing it during one of the deed battles or something. Like the harder deed battle. But yeah, now whenever we summon an egg, it'll have that bonus. And we can get it as high as 6 additional attack, HP, and armor when we have it maxed. And it's a common, so it's really easy to max. And it's definitely worth it to make Egg Thief related teams better. You're getting 18 additional stats for your egg. And due to it requiring low rarity metals, you can pretty easily do it. And it's definitely not a small amount of attack either. You could bring egg from like the mid-30s, which I believe is where his attack normally is, all the way almost up to 40. Pretty cool. Definitely higher than it normally is, which is really nice on it since it has a really below average attack. Literally lowest in game, tied at. Well, I want to show it that it can be summoned with the bonus, because I don't think we've ever bothered summoning one yet. But it should work that way, where you end up summoning in and it has its bonus. Like 99% certain that's how it works. Which is why I wanted to summon it rather than specifically use it on my team. I'll also go make a hole for it later, if we don't end up having our first slot die. We'll just be able to do it during... probably when we take out the deeds. Let me actually do the deed first. Because the most likely battle we'll die on is that extreme level 1. Extreme. Over 9,000. Oh yeah, we'll hand out a code. We'll hand out a code after we summon an egg. How about that? Sounds like a plan. Oh yeah, I still have the timer up. Whoops. That was how long it took us to go do a delve, or not delve, whatever they call it, the Explorer level 12 difficulty. With the ultra quick team. Only took about 3 minutes. Yeah, we could just take a troop off. I kind of just wanted to passively have them die, though. Should be able to on next battle pretty easily. No, it doesn't force you to run 4. We switch our team to 3 if we want to. So it would go a lot slower. Just figured it'd be best if we just let it die out and summon it normally. Waste less time. Hello, Gustavo. Welcome. He has 30 attack. That should hopefully be enough. Also, we keep getting curse on attack. That's kind of funny. Okay, so let's deliberately give him some of these skulls here. Whatever moves we do, we want to deliberately try giving him some. Okay. There we go. He got burned. That's nice. I know, we're winning too hard. I'll pass my turn. Yes. Grab some free skulls. There you go. Hopefully that Rhinox will hit it directly. Come on. Oh, why did I stop him from taking a skull? Fail. Gigantic fail. Furnace, kill it, go. Oops, I forgot that gives extra turn. There you go, Infernus. Just hit it twice. Or let burn die. There you go. And as you can see, Egg now comes in with its bronze thingy, and now it has 1 higher attack than normal. So that means we'd be able to give it 38 attack. That's not too bad. Normally it has low 30s, you can bring it to high 30s by getting it fully upgraded. Wait, yeah, as you can see, it has this little thingy, little bonus thing. Yeah, really good to go and get the thing upgraded. One of the better ones to go and do. Humility is probably one of the higher priority ones, though. But only if you really plan on using Humility. Obviously, Egg Thief, you're probably using a bit more, because it's Egg Summon. Maybe you might want to prioritize Egg a little bit more as one of your first ones to upgrade in that regard. It really just depends which way you want to go about it, like what you're actually planning on using. Direwolf's a pretty decent one, too, assuming that you're going to use it. But there are some things that summon it, too, though it's not that common of a summon. Yeah, a lot of the low rarity things that can be summoned from troops, assuming that the troop is a little bit more common of a little bit more commonly used, it's probably worth incorporating. Even something like Ancient Horror, I might even consider upgrading. Not because Ancient Horror is good, but because there's several troops that end up summoning at 25%, which would make those troops better by having the other troop upgraded. It wouldn't make Ancient Horror viable, but it would make it less useless than it already is. Nothing else. Oh, it would mean he would block our mana even longer. Would be the only problem with that, though. That's not that big a deal. Also, hello, Gustavo. Welcome. Oh, it looks like we're about to gain a hero level, too. Not a class level, but a hero level. Also, I indirectly made it my goal to reach level 1,500 by the end of the year. I think we're going to make it. We might even make it by the end of this next month. Because we only need, we're about to gain a level, so we only need 13 more levels, essentially. Technically 14, but we should have that probably by the end of this stream. Or maybe not, because Salty's streaming in like 15 minutes. So if anyone still has any questions, let me know. Because I do want to get off before she starts doing her thing. She's mostly just going over the new semi-useless Mythic coming out this Friday. Not completely useless. It's a great utility troop. It's not a extremely fantastic one, though. It's not like Possess King level good of a support troop. Something you'd still use on occasion, but it's very, very situational. Oh, those were the rewards from invasions that we just did. Nice. Bunch of gems and an orb. And, yeah. Let's go do, I think that was all of our dailies. Other than delves, which I have been neglecting a lot lately. Need to go get on that. But, oh, we also got Thief this week. Also, we got a Dragon Kitty. Another Dragon Kitty. What's with them and Dragon Kitties, by the way? They have so many Dragon Cats in this game. They even have a Dragon Dog. But I'm pretty sure we have, counting that one that's coming out this Wednesday, I'm pretty sure we have like 5 or 6 Dragon Cats. Let's see, how many are there? Let's count one as the one that's coming out this Wednesday. 2. Because technically 3, Dragon Puppy. Normal cats. You weren't one, were you? No. 4. So there's 4 dragon kitties or dragon pups. Yeah, so there's 4 of them. Yeah, not as many as I thought. Still a lot, though. That is still a lot. I know, they are pretty adorable. They are definitely pretty adorable, that is for sure. Anyways, next order of business. Let's go do... I guess we'll go farm a little bit more metal. Go do... let me go time a normal 20% one with the other team I use. I believe this comes closer to 5 minutes or so. Let's go do Drock Zoom. Have I started Drock Zoom? No, I've not. Good. Okay, let's go do Drock Zoom real quick. And we'll do it with this team. Yeah, this comes closer to 5 minutes, but we get 20% on it. And with that being said, we might just want to stick with the Scorpius method. One of the reasons why I have both of these saved down here as well is to have them as switchable options. Yeah, one problem with Drock Zoom, it has a lot of, maybe not a lot of troops, but it has some troops that have immune to Devour. I have to watch out for. Yeah, battles you can already see are going a bit slower. Taking like 45 seconds. It's like 30 seconds for the other one. Now we have to cast 4 times or 3 times. Whereas the other one we only have to cast twice as far as damaging casts are concerned. And that's assuming we even get the Devour. Because sometimes he doesn't get his Devour. Actually quite often he doesn't, though we're getting pretty lucky right now that he is. Yeah, we also have to deal with immunities. Both of those have immune to Devour. Oh no they don't, never mind, only she does. He doesn't. We'll need a bit more mana though. Oh no, Hero just died. Oh wait, we can skull him. Good. Never mind, Hero dying actually helped us there. Never mind. I guess sub 5 minutes is what you're aiming for when doing these. So Iron Gut's getting really lucky right now. Oh, he has 20% this week. No wonder why he's getting so lucky. Duh. I was like, wait, this feels way above average for him. No wonder, because it is above average. He has, I completely forgot. He has, 20% bonus this week. Which obviously makes it a lot easier for him to extra turn. I mean, to instant kill. We got a problem here. And that is, they all have immune to Devour. I gotta use the Zugoff. That's the only problem with doing this faction with this team. Or even just Iron Gut in general. You always have to deal with things that have immune to Devour. Can I stream watching the dev stream? Probably not. I guess we theoretically could. But I probably won't be doing that. What are we looking for here? Wow, Nerf's board so bad. I'll just take a skull, I guess. Oh, there goes Hero. Actually lose this if we're not careful. Wow, it feels so nice with him having 20% this week. Okay, we're going to be grinding like crazy this weekend with his 20%. Because we're not going to have that for too long, just this week. Going to make him so much quicker at gaining medals. Though still apparently not excessively quick. Because it's not keeping pace with Scorpius' team. Scorpius would already completed by now. Or at least came pretty close to it. Whereas right now we're only on our 5th battle. Still have 2 more battles. As long as we can sub 5 minutes though, I feel like it's worth it. Oh, that's one other problem with Drock Zoom. Gosh, Drock Zoom has a lot of problems. The other problem with this place is it has the Brown Doom. And the 6 Dooms are really annoying because they have immune to every instant kill in the game. Actually, the 6 Delves, or the 6 Kingdoms that have the Doom Troop are actually the worst places to explore in the entire game. With Drock Zoom being among one of the worst ones just because of all the immune to Devour it has as well. But any kingdom that has that is in the category of the worst places to explore. Because generally, if you're running these, you're going to be running instant kill teams. You can be running like a Rowan AoE or something else to kind of get around that. But I don't know, more often than not, you would be using instant kill teams. They tend to work the quickest. Yeah, it looks like we'll sub 5 minutes, which is decent. Anything about under 5 minutes is very, very quick for it. That's under a minute per battle. Yeah, that's fine. Yep, there we go, 5 minutes. Or pretty much 5 minutes. Yeah. Kind of. Oh wow, we just got 3 tokens of Cedric too, nice. And that will be a badge, obviously. 3 of them convert to a badge. Hey, that was like 2 minutes slower than doing the one that didn't have 20%. Let's go time doing this again. Might be slightly slower, but we'll see. Also, we're not using controllers, so it could theoretically be slightly quicker than what we're doing now. Let me go switch back to this. See if we can consistently get another one around that time. Because I haven't been specifically timing it. I know it's really, really quick. But we haven't really been timing them. But let's go see what it does. We did 3 minutes last time. Or just, oh. Hello, we're back. Sorry, stream keeps dying. Also, I accidentally, while the stream was dead for a moment, I accidentally used Scorpius when they weren't poisoned. So I just wasted time on this battle. Not that big a deal, though. Even with a missed Scorpius, it looks like it's still finishing at an average of 30 seconds each. I accidentally used Scorpius when they weren't poisoned, which was a gigantic fail, while the stream was down for like 20 seconds. Oh, and I almost just did it again. Hate when you don't get the poison. Let me just grab that directly. We need poison. Should grab that yellow. We're getting really bad cascades here. Return already, please. There we go. Okay. And then we have these other 2 battles. A little bit slower this time. Looks like we're going to be at 3 minutes, 30 seconds. And this is without 20%, but it's still obviously really, really quick. And that was with the mistakes, too. And he's dead. Okay, and then final battle. Looks like it'll take 3 minutes, 20 seconds or so. Oh, never mind. I forgot we don't have a final battle. That's the only other slight issue with doing this too. You're getting 20% less shards, which means you, even though it's really, really quick and can cycle through exceptionally quick, it does have the slight issue in that it doesn't get shards at as quick of a pace. Though I believe even despite that, it's still best to do it there. If you're looking for overall resource rate, I believe Urskea spamming like that is your best bet, because not only are you getting a lot more gold than you normally would be able to do, but you're winning decently quicker too, without having to worry about any immune to poisons or anything like that. Is this week's Goblin worth getting to Mythic? Yes. Oh yeah, we never did give out code. Let me go do that before we end, and before the stream just dies one more time. One moment. Let me go find my code section. Let's see. I don't believe I used this one yet. Let me go double check. Yeah, let me go handle the code before I forget. And probably head over to Salty Stream. Oh wait, I already used this one? Apparently. Let's see. How far down did I use then? Okay, so I caught up on my codes. Okay, because I was like slightly skipping around. Looks like we got back on order now. Good, okay. So let me go refresh that, put that right over there, paste that right there, copy the whole thing, copy. And there you guys go. There's the code. Use it on gemsawar.com, read the game code section. Your invite code can be found underneath your settings menu. Whatever your game says right over there is what you put in. Redeem code is right over there in chat. Just copy paste the random numbers and letters. And give the same reward as always: 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Also, definitely go check out Salty's stream. She'll be streaming in a few minutes, and she'll have some more codes for you guys. She'll also be going over the new Mythic that's coming out this Friday, and obviously we'll be going over it this Friday when it actually releases to the public. But let me go get her link real quick. For any of you that want to go catch the new Mythic. It's probably one that I would say is worth skipping, but you can go look at it for yourself and see it on this stream. And yeah, overall, I'd probably say skip this Mythic if you have a limited amount of resources. It's a nice utility troop, but it's not like a must-have utility troop. And for that reason, I feel like it's somewhat skippable unless you have a lot of resources on reserve, or if you're in end game and just have infinite resources essentially. But obviously, I'll be going for it and making some teams and messing around with it this weekend to some capacity. Probably not too much, but you know, just to show a video for it. But yeah, it's a utility troop. Nice to have, but not required. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for coming by again. Again, we are back on normal schedule, so we will be streaming every single night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time from now on, as we always do. And yeah, the event video will be up in the near future, hopefully by tonight, so definitely by tomorrow afternoon. And yeah, we'll go from there. Hopefully have some more content going over 4.6. Now that I have some more free time, I can obviously go over a little bit more with that and stream a little bit more, because we're probably going to be doing some grind streams, especially once I go and finish out my, what's it called? Once I finish out my, fix the connection issue, because that's starting to get really, really annoying, this constant connection issue. But once that gets situated, we're probably going to do some pretty decently long streams trying to upgrade medals. Might even try looking into that throughout this week too, because I feel like this weekend I want to grind at it pretty heavily, since we have Iron Gut at 20% extra bonus stats, which is going to make grinding a little bit easier than it normally would have been, assuming whenever we're using the iron composition. But anyways, guys, I will catch all of you later. Thank you all so much for coming down. Oh, you want to let me give out honors? We'll do that tomorrow night. I'll end up doing that tomorrow, I think. But because we'll have a lot more time to give it out tomorrow, given that we're doing a much longer stream due to the what's it called, the faction. Because I really need to catch up on factions. We are so low on shards right now. I am at like 5,000 shards. Not even. I'm at 3,862 shards, and we have a new one next Friday. Not this week, but next week's Friday. So I am so far behind on that. We're going to have probably the least I've ever had. I might not even have enough to be able to get everything to Mythic immediately, which is pretty bad. But yeah, we definitely need to get on that. So we'll be doing that tomorrow. I haven't done the last two events, which is why it's so low. And I haven't been doing the daily ones either while I was away. And even now, I haven't really been doing it. Well, I do really enjoy this game mode. I do find it's a little bit tedious just to go and try getting the little bit extra resources. Because the only thing we really need from it is specifically the Chaos Shards. And to do it just for Chaos Shards, which feels so non-rewarding, is a little bit annoying. If we could get like tokens or stuff from it, I'd be like, oh yeah, that would be a lot of fun. But just getting shards from it is kind of dull, because we've gotten like every other like really relevant resource from it. But yeah, we're still working on it, getting those pure factions and going from there. But anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Go catch Salty's stream. Let me go post it again. Did I not post it the first time, or did it get buried? But there you guys go. I'll catch you guys later. Have a wonderful rest of your day, rest of your week, and we'll be back tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, hour and a half prior to now tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for stopping by.